My name is Lloyd Reyes. I'm fighting out of Canada. I know his strengths are stand up. He likes to bang. He have a good knee. And he have a good right hand. His weakness is the ground game. I say if he give me his chin, I will knock him out. I kick him in the face, knee him. I like to do flying knees. All my fights is flying knees. I finished one of my amateurs with a flying knee. I love that. And if he give me his back, I will take him and choke him out. I want to say thanks everyone for your support. I know you'll be watching back home in Canada, Ontario, Burlington. You know I'm going to win.
Here he comes out of the blue corner. We have Lloyd Reyes weighing in at 135. He's standing at 5'8", and his record is 2-1. Hometown, Ontario, Canada. He took quite a trip to get here, Jackson.
Yeah, he said he drove, so, you know, he's going through customs, driving all the way down, probably through New York, I don't even know, getting to New Jersey. It's just it's a lot of pressure for a guy to have to, you know, get your visa together, get all your paperwork together, train, and more than anything, maintain your weight. You know, because you're just sitting in a car and you have to maintain your weight. It's not fun. I've heard some horror stories of Canadian fighters, you know, with forgetting their passports, getting turned around at the border. But you know, it's great having Lloyd Reyes on the card. Canada with a huge Muay Thai community and some real killer fighters coming out of Canada. From what I hear, Lloyd has some legit striking skills.
Now, he started in Muay Thai, like you said, in Canada, and then adjusted and got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a blue belt now. He says his strengths are wrestling defense, but he likes his flying knees.
Yeah, you know, he loves talking about that flying knee. He did sort of temper that by saying that Ahsan, his opponent, is a little tall and he may not take it, but you know, any fighter that's looking to throw a flying knee is looking to finish the fight.
Entering the cage now, we have Lloyd Reyes in the blue corner, sporting the white trunks. All right, let's take a look at our next fighter out of the red corner, Ahsan Abdullah.
My name is Ahsan Abdullah. I'm originally from Binghamton, New York, and I'll be fighting out of Kenilworth, New Jersey, All-Star BJJ. Lloyd Reyes, I believe his name is, and I don't know much about him at all. For this fight, I went back to the old ways of what I used to do, which is get in there and follow my game plan. I had my coaches watch video on them, and you know, they believe in me, and that's all that really matters to me, is that they believe that I could get the finish and the win, so I'm gonna go in there and do that for them. I'll be at work, I'll be at the gym. If there's a break in between practice, and I'm playing that fight out in my head, how I'm gonna get the win, different ways I can win, and every time it plays out, it's me coming out on top. To all my friends and family that are coming out to support or at home watching, it's gonna be a good night, and I'm gonna make you all proud. Team Henzo Gracie, Team All-Star BJJ, Camp Solak, Sparta Muay Thai. Tonight's gonna be our night.
Here he comes out of the red corner, Ahsan Abdullah. He's 22 years old, standing 5 feet 9 inches, 135 pounds. His record is 5-6. Not the best, but you know, your record doesn't always speak for your skill level. He turned pro when he was 19 years old out of Bangletown, New York, saying his style is freestyle. Jackson, tell us a little bit about Ahsan Abdullah.
Well, as you said, you know, he got his pro career started early, and in 3 years he's had 11 fights. So he says he's always ready, always looking to take a short notice fight. But, you know, often, as is the case, when tough fighters have opponents drop out, they need to find somebody real quick. And so he's stepped into some pretty hostile scenarios on short notice, which could account for his record. He just wants to get his record back on top. But looking at his corner, Jamal Patterson, James Meals, these are two of the East Coast's top trainers right out of there at All-Star BJJ and MMA, producing some of the top talent in the area. So he's found a really good home with All-Star, and seems to think that his game's evolved a little bit and matured a little bit. And when asked what he sees himself doing in 5 years, he says fighting for the UFC title. So this kid is driven. He wants this.
And he said his hobbies are strictly fighting is his life. His strength, he says, is Muay Thai, and also noted he took this fight on 3 weeks.
Seems to be the case with this guy. I mean, Lloyd Reyes is tough. I don't know too much about him. He's built his career in Canada. I know the Canadian fighters are tough. George St. Pierre, a very notable Canadian who's come down and caused some real havoc here in the United States and abroad, the entire world. But Ahsan Abdullah is quite definitely the bigger of these two guys. And Lloyd Reyes is going to have his hands full. I mean, it's a...
All right, Jackson, let's check out our tail of the tape. Can you run us through it, please?
Here we go. Lloyd Reyes versus Ahsan Abdullah. You know, at 135 pounds, both these guys are listed at 5'8", but I'm telling you, Ahsan looks to be like the big brother here. He is a big bantamweight at 135. I think his size and his physicality is really going to be the deciding factor in this fight.
All right, let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Stephen Peacock.
This next fight in the 135-pound weight class is brought to you by Xtel Communications. Communications to the power of X. Batteries plus bulbs. Trust the plus. As well as Title Shot Apparel, the ACD of fashion. Affordable, comfortable, and durable. To my right is a 28-year-old who stands at 5'8" and has a 2-2 professional MMA record. He represents Academics Martial Arts. From Burlington, Ontario, Canada, in the blue corner, Lloyd Reyes. And to my left, we have a 22-year-old who stands at 5'9" and has a 5-6 professional MMA record. Representing All-Star BJJ and Team Renzo Gracie out of Binghamton, New York, in the red corner, Ahsan Abdullah.
Obey my command all the times. Fight hard, fight clean, touch gloves.
About to get it underway. Lloyd Reyes versus Ahsan Abdullah at 135 pounds. We got Ahsan with the black and white, and we got Lloyd wearing the white Jocko trunks.
I like how Lloyd has the Canadian flag on his shorts. Slick.
Also how Ahsan has USA on his, so we got USA versus Team Canada here.
It's not quite Rocky 4, but maybe Rocky 3.5, you know, Rocky versus a lumberjack somewhere. I don't know.
I'd take any Rocky over Rocky 3. Mr. T, come on, man.
Clubber Lang, he's the man. But Ahsan's, I mean, we're seeing some good, tight boxing right now.
Into a sweet switching levels of the transition for the takedown, pitches him against the cage. Takedown to no avail yet.
You know, Ahsan Abdullah is a product of the Bomb Squad Academy in New York, and so this was a gym founded by Ryan Ciatoli, an All-American from Ithaca College in wrestling, and he had an extensive network of wrestling friends and acquaintances that he brought together. So guys like Matt Hamill, Aljamain Sterling is now in the UFC, and even the infamous John Bones Jones.
Sweet head kick, Jackson. Did you catch that?
That was beautiful, and here we see that Muay Thai pedigree. So it definitely is a good.
And it definitely looks like Lloyd is hurt. He got hit with that straight right hand.
He's fighting smart. You know, it's like if you're getting a little tagged up on the feet, take it to the ground, catch your breath. You know, get those butterflies out. But Ahsan with the tight guillotine, but Lloyd, textbook defense, getting his hips to the other side. It's really neutralized that choke. He's just got to be aware right now of getting put back in Ahsan's guard.
Now, if you're hurt on your feet, yeah, I understand you want to take it to the ground, but sometimes that might not be in your best interest. You're seeing some butterflies, some stars, you get it taken to the ground, and then all of a sudden you're still not fully aware, and then you get caught up in a submission.
Well, it's a fight, you know, there's no guarantee that anything you do is gonna work well, but you know, that in mind, when you get to the professional level like these guys, and these guys are experienced, they've had a lot of fights, a lot of training, you know how to deal with not only just the technical aspects, but sort of the emotional aspects as well, where you're, you know, fighting through adversity, pain, exhaustion, all that stuff.
And Lloyd had the full mount, started raining bombs, switched to the back, got both hooks in, looking to secure a choke of some sort.
You know, I'm actually really impressed and also surprised at the ease with which Lloyd was able to mount Ahsan. Ahsan saying that he's competing a lot in jiu-jitsu and really been working on jiu-jitsu, having some of the best jiu-jitsu coaches, you know, out of Renzo Gracie, New York. A momentary lapse, to be sure, but that's a fight-ending mistake to let somebody just step over and take the mount on you.
And trying for the submission so early in the fight is most of the times, would you say that's your best opportunity because your opponent's still dry? You know, during the second, third round, you start getting sweatier, slippier. It's a lot harder to get the chokes and the arm bars, any kind of submission later on in the fight. Am I correct when I say that?
Well, it's kind of a double-edged sword. So when they're not tired, when they're fresh and they're dry, it may be easier to sort of keep the submission hold because of the because of the friction, excuse me. But that person, I mean, when your adrenaline is going so hard and you feel like you're fighting for your life, you are not going to tap out unless you literally feel like you are being put to death with that choke. So
Lloyd doing a phenomenal job with the scrambles right now. Had full mount.
This is oh wow, Ahsan looking possibly to tap. I mean, this is the beginning of the end. His hand is ready.
He's looking like he wants to tap, but he's fighting it.
He's got me on the edge of my seat right now. I don't know what he needs to do, and he thinks better of it, but
so ready to tap. There
wow.
it is.
Wow.
He was so ready to tap for a while there, and finally got it.
He just strung us along with that one. A beautiful submission from Lloyd Reyes, but that was sort of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of drama right there, keeping me at the edge of my seat. Man, I love both these guys. I really like both these guys. Very unfortunate to see one of them have to lose, but that's the sport. That's a fight game.
Now with his knee. All right, let's take a look at the replay, Jackson. Can you take us through, please?
Yeah, well, you know, here's this fight. Fight starting out with some great striking between the two of them, but towards the end, it was that mount attempt and success from Lloyd Reyes that got him into this position. So Ahsan just got a little lazy with that elbow. Lloyd snatched it up, gets the tap, and that's a wrap.
Beautiful submission from Lloyd Reyes.
Nice little dance there after the tap as well.
All right, let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Stephen Peacock, for the end result.
This bout is stopped at 3 minutes and 49 seconds of the first round. The winner by submission, by way of head and arm triangle, came out of the blue corner, Lloyd Reyes.
Lloyd Reyes, just a phenomenal performance against Ahsan Abdullah. Both. Let's take it from Bob Maloney. Bob.
Thanks, guys. I'm with your winner, Lloyd Reyes. Lloyd, early on, your opponent landed with a nice high kick right to the head. I thought it maybe shook you a little bit. Did that have any effect on you, that high kick early on there?
I'm not gonna lie, it did hit. It did hurt, but I'm a tough guy, so I'm just gonna come back at him, do like what we did in training camp, hit me, I come back hard and strong.
Well, you adjusted well, you went right in for the double leg, executed your takedown, worked to the choke, and finished him off. Great job, congratulations. How does it feel to come down from Canada and go home with a victory?
It feels real good, I'm not gonna lie. I had fun here, awesome people here. I stayed at a hotel, but it's really nice.
We're glad you enjoyed your experience at GPG. We look forward to you coming back.
I hope so.
Lloyd Reyes, back to you, Adam and Jackson.
Thanks so much, Bob. Lloyd Reyes, just a phenomenal performance. Can you tell us, Jackson, real quick, he had the knee on the belly and was pushing down. Can you tell us what was happening there?
Man, that just makes that whole position really uncomfortable. I thoroughly enjoyed this fight, as short as it was. Congratulations to Lloyd Reyes. I'd love to take him out for a cheesesteak maybe tomorrow. I mean, he's definitely earned it. But as far as Ahsan goes, I mean, he'll be back. He's a tough, scrappy kid. He's got the whole world ahead of him. He's at only 22. He's got so much time to adjust and adapt. And we're going to see, Ahsan Abdullah again. I don't doubt it.